All right, so we're back, and we've already talked about a lot of the big updates that Apple's coming with out with, and I'm excited for those. But there's one more that we need to address that they brought up in the big Apple event, and that was audio and home. And this is one that makes me excited because I'm as I progress and as I get more involved in the Apple ecosystem. These are some really cool features, and there's some that I'm really excited about. And there's some that I'm just like, I mean, that's not the biggest deal breaker for me, but I want to share my screen with you guys. So this is the little snippet that I took when they were doing the Apple iOS big event. And so there's a few things that I'm really excited about with this. One of them being, you got FaceTime live captions, which I'm excited for. And this is one that's going to be really big for me. Redesigned Apple Fitness Plus, because you guys may have noticed that there's a big update with my health. I'm not overweight like I was. I don't have a double chin. My cheeks aren't, my face is a lot thinner. This is how I am. This is how I normally have looked my entire adult life, even when I was a teenager. And that's because I started a weight loss journey. And there's going to be actually a whole series about that coming out where I talk about how technology has impacted that. And I'm excited for the fact that they're going to have this Apple Fitness Plus update, because this is something that's going to be very near and dear to me, because I'm considering actually even signing up for this to help me with my weight loss journey and getting more healthy and more fit. But there's also something that there's another thing that I'm really excited about, and that is voice isolation in the AirPods Pro. Now, as an Apple enthusiast, I love all things tech, but as someone who uses a lot of Apple products, I like the fact that they're talking about they're going to have that voice isolation on the AirPods Pro. That's such a key factor to me, and that's something that I feel like should have been out a long time ago. But I guess beggars can't be choosers, because honestly, when it comes down to it, I'm so excited for this because I use my AirPods a lot. I use my AirPods a ton. And I love the fact that going along with that, they have the Siri interactions on AirPod Pros. I think that is going to be so cool and so great. Now, full disclosure, there's some of these apps that I don't use. I don't have the HomePod app because I don't have the Apple HomePod. It's just kind of who I am. But there's also another thing that I'm really excited for, and that is that on-device Siri for Apple TV, because this is something that my mom, a few years ago, I got her Apple TV for Christmas. And knowing that, you're going to be able to have Siri on this, is that on-device Siri. I'm so excited for that because, as we talked about before, Siri is having a big update, with the Apple AI and everything else. She's having a big update, and I'm so excited for that. And honestly, looking at this, what do you guys think of that you're most excited for? Because right now, just tell me in the comments below, what are you excited for? One thing that I am excited for, because I've always been a fan, is that Apple TV is having some new Snoopy screensavers. I have on my watch, I have Snoopy. And right now he's actually, he's actually getting ready to cook. Well, yeah, he was getting ready to cook. And so I love the fact that they're bringing Snoopy to every platform for a screensaver and everything. And hopefully they'll be doing that with the iPhones soon, these guys. But there's something else that I'm really excited for, and I'm big into that. When they announced it, I was pretty stoked for, and that was subtitles on mute. I think that is going to be helpful, because sometimes you don't want to see subtitles. I'm one of those people, full disclosure, I don't always use subtitles. When it comes to, I'm going to bring this full circle. When it comes to YouTube videos, I used to try to use the YouTube subtitles, the auto-generated ones that we all know about, and they sometimes would misinterpret the words that were being said on screen. So if you do this on this video, they might even be doing that right now. Now, am I saying that's a bad thing? No, not at all. That's not what I'm getting at right now. What I'm saying is sometimes subtitles can be very annoying, and I love the fact that you can put subtitles on pause. So going back to it, another part that I'm really excited for is enhanced dialogue on TVs, receivers, and Bluetooth speakers. This is something that's very important because we've all been there in certain situations where whether it be you're watching something on your Apple TV device or you're watching an Apple TV original. Maybe that you couldn't really understand what they were saying because maybe it was the actor or actress was maybe talking a little quiet. I've had that happen. I've had family members say like, "Wait, what did they say on that?" So I had to rewind it and say, "This is what they said." And I love the fact that on on this new update that they're going to be doing that enhanced dialogue on TVs, receivers, and Bluetooth speakers. That's something it's going to be very user friendly for a lot of people because there's a lot of people I know of that use the Apple TV Plus streaming network for watching various Apple originals and everything else. But there's also something else that I'm excited for, and that is Siri interactions. Oh, I already mentioned that. But no, there's actually one other thing that I'm really excited for, and that's live captions on FaceTime. Because let's face facts here. There's sometimes, especially like if you're at a library or if you're in like a public space and you can't really hear too well about what people are saying, maybe you're having to be a little bit more quiet, knowing that with this update, you're going to have those live captions on FaceTime is so amazing to me. I think that it is going to be one of the best features of this audio on home. And I love the fact that you're going to have the guest access because, home security is such a key thing to me. I want to make sure that my family's safe. I also want to be able to, in the future, if I have friends and family that are coming and maybe like, if they're coming from out of town or something, and if I'm not going to be there right away, I like the fact that I will be able to give them access via my home and audio. That makes me happy knowing that I can get, because again, home security is very important and vital to me, which is might be something that we talk about here on this channel here in the near future is home security systems, which ones are best and which ones aren't. So if you are interested in that, make sure you tell me in the comments below. But going back to this, there's a lot about this that I'm really excited for because honestly, I'm just excited. Oh, that was from something else. Technical difficulties. And there's another thing, you can get insight. You'll be able to get some insights into Apple originals, which I think is very cool because, there's a lot of times when you look at these and you think, what inspired that Apple original? I think that's a really cool feature to have. Make sure you guys tell me in the comments below, like, what are you excited for with this? Because they did a big presentation on this. I can go into further detail on this. There's a lot that I could genuinely talk to you about this. But what are you guys most excited for with this? I know that for me, I've already mentioned a few of the things I'm excited for, but there's not just several, there's plenty of things on these big updates that I'm excited for, but I'm especially excited for, as I mentioned, the voice isolation on AirPod Pros, because I use my AirPod Pros all the time. They're always with me, and knowing that they'll have that voice isolation makes me that much more excited. And on that note, I will see you in the next video.